I feel like that is my calling. Like, I want to help kids. Like, I think that most of these kids that I deal with on a daily basis, I'm trying to figure out how to say it. I try to help them because in all aspects there are true victims. Like, they're put in situations that they don't necessarily have a choice. And so I feel like me helping them is, also helps with families, also helps. And it kind of helps me be a better mom, because there's certain things that I'll see, especially like with the older kids, some of the things that they deal with, depression, suicide, things like that. And so it kind of helps me take a step back and think, okay, well, this child felt this way about this. How can I help make it better for my kids? How can I help or talk to them about certain topics? And so we're very open in our house. We talk about everything. We talk about body safety. We talk about depression, suicide, things like that, because I think that a lot of the times those are things that people don't want to talk about, and they try to keep it hush-hush. And I feel like if I can have a better relationship with the kids, then it'll kind of help them be, and maybe a mentor towards some of their friends. And so I think like it's just a process of trying to help as much as I can.
She's nice, pretty, sweet. She's helpful.
She's a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Or like they changed anything, and I think like she changes everything. Like she puts herself out there for a good reason. Like some people don't understand that. And like when I go to school and they ask me, they're like, "Oh, your mom's a cop." Like they get kind of like scared in a way, but I'm like, yeah, she's a cop. It's okay.
I'm not one to shield my kids from reality, and so I do tell them, some of the encounters that I have, especially when it comes to drugs. I mean, drugs are everywhere, and I never want them to be tempted, so I tell them, exactly what I see and exactly what I deal with. Whenever I was going through the academy, Eric had a hard time with me becoming a police officer because of the shootings that happened in Dallas. But I made it clear to him that we're very well trained here, and I'm cautious, and I don't answer calls alone, and I kind of explained to him how things work, and I think it set his mind at ease. And I told him at the end of the day, when God's ready for me to go, then He's going to take me regardless of what my job is, and this way at least I'm doing something to make a difference, even if it's just a small difference. I've been on a few calls where we're taking the dad to jail and the kid's screaming in the back seat, So there'll be other officers that'll handle the father, and automatically I handle the child, I had a kid that was probably about Imari's age, and he was watching his dad be arrested for, whatever it was that he had going on. And I sat back there and I talked to the kid for probably a good 30 minutes until they searched the vehicle and everything. I asked him about Spider-Man and Iron Man. I know all the cool stuff thanks to my boys.
Yeah.
So I was able to relate in that aspect.
Police car, and there's just a lot of stuff you get to do. Oh yeah, and like her flashlight, she showed me that, and I got to turn it on and stuff. It was fun.
That's cool. You ever worried about your mom?
Yeah, at first I was really worried because I didn't want her to get into something where she might get hurt or something else that is really bad. So at first I was scared, but then I knew that she was tough, so I knew she could get through it.
Your mom's pretty tough.
Yeah.
What about you, Amari? What do you think about your mom being a police officer?
I think it's really awesome.